What is going on, guys? It's DeeO here with Return of DeeO Gaming and Real Life Riding here on YouTube, and I don't know what kind of video is going to be on the screen. It's going to be a surprise for you and I, because I don't know if I'm going to do some reflex or some real life riding or what, but I just had an idea of something to talk about, and I wanted to put my audio out there and figure out some video later. So, as you guys know, I go riding pretty often when my bikes are working, that is. My 125 I had a lot of problems with in the past, but now I have the 450. Been riding almost every weekend and twice a weekend if I can and everything. And you guys know I always do my real life riding. I always have GoPro video. My dad takes some third person video. My buddy Luke over at MX Nation, he takes some video for me. I always have video and I always do these edits, and I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm a little self-centered. I'm just doing these edits of myself to put on YouTube, and I spend so much time watching my own videos. But the interesting thing with that is I see so much of myself riding, and you really start to nitpick your own riding, especially GoPros. GoPros are terrible, but in a good way, I guess. I'll watch it and I go into a corner. Sorry about my phone there, I'll mute that. And it's like, why did I chop so early? Why did I coast for 50 feet into that corner? I could have been on the throttle still and broken and hit the brakes into that corner. And I think it's a really interesting thing to me to watch my own videos. And, you know, it's easy to look and say, oh, look at that whip, that was really cool. Look at that one corner I hit. Never mind these 20 corners that I don't even show on YouTube because I was a goon through them, but I only show the one time I hit them good. And then, of course, I know you guys aren't doing YouTubes like I am, so you're not watching yourself, but most people have GoPros, or, you know, a family member will have an iPhone or an Android, whatever. I don't know why I even differentiated them. They'll have some sort of device that can record, and they'll get a clip of you riding, and you'll watch it back. So, really what I want to ask is, do you guys watch your own videos? And if so, what is your biggest flaw on a dirt bike? When you watch the videos, what do you say to yourself and go, what am I thinking? Why, when I strap on my boots and my helmet, why does my mind go into this dumb mode where I do whatever? What is it that you guys do? Because for me, watching my own videos back and just knowing my riding style, one thing that really sticks out to me that I don't think is as obvious in the videos as myself is looking forward on the track. I'll find myself, I pick one rut and I'll stick to it, or not even a rut. A lot of times in Colorado we don't really have what anyone else would consider ruts. They're just little grooves. They're not gnarly ruts, but I'll be comfortable with one line and I'll take that line every time. And if I try to switch it up, I'll get squirrely. I won't be able to make the jump after it. Or if I take an inside line, I'll just wobble my way through it nice and slowly. And I know it's all because I'm staring at my front fender. I'm not looking up at the track and letting my bike go through the rut. I'm just so focused on what my front tire is about to hit, and it just ends up slowing me down. I know that's one huge thing, and these are always things that are so hard to work on. You know, you can have people, and especially having my YouTube, I get this all the time, people saying, hey DeeO, do this, do this, do this, do this, like you're all my personal trainer or riding coach even. But it's so hard, you know, bad habits are hard to break, they say, and that's exactly how it is for me. And I have a hard time looking ahead all the time. I'll tell myself to do it and I'll do it for half a lap, and then after that I'm dropping my head back down and looking at my front tire. And then the second thing that's very noticeable in my videos, but I think I'm getting a little better at it, is standing up. I sit down so much. On the 125, I always justified it that I was trying to, you know, get power out of it, and I had to sit down to make most of the jumps to get that extra pop. But on the 450, obviously that's not needed, but I still find myself sitting down far too often, or I slow down for a corner and I sit down and I roll through it, and then I kind of scoot up, then I sit back down. It's like, why am I not just standing? Like, come on DeeO, you can do this. So for me, those are the two main things. You know, of course there's always nitpicky things. I don't scrub hard enough, or I don't whip hard enough. No, nothing like that, but I don't grip with my knees and all that kind of thing. But of course, I'm not trying to make you put yourself down. I just want to know, what do you see that you could improve on? What is your biggest flaw? And then also, just to throw it in for fun, what's something that you think you do really good on the bike? For me, every photo, every video, everything I always see of myself, I have my finger on the clutch. And you might say, okay DeeO, that's cool when you're on the 125 and you have to feather the clutch. The 450, not so much. Okay, you're correct there, but you still need to have your finger on the clutch. I mean, you never know if you're going to go into a corner and you're about to stall it and you got to pull in the clutch, especially obviously race mode. You don't want to stall and have to refire your bike. And yes, this was a bigger deal when the 4-strokes would overheat and not restart, but now, whatever. Still, I think it's really good how I always have a finger on the clutch. Go through my Instagram, do what you want, always have a finger on the clutch. That's something I'm really proud of, and I always look and I'm like, okay, that's good for me. That's something I'm doing well. But I'm just really interested to know, what do you guys think of yourself? I don't need you critiquing me, I get enough of that. So yeah, just down in the comments, let me know what is your biggest flaw in the dirt bike, and what's something you think is your best positive point, something you're really good at. I mean, it could even be reaction time on the gate or wheelies or whatever. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I just had this idea and I thought it was kind of cool. So as always, please like the video if you liked it. Makes me feel good about making these videos and decide to put more up. You know, it's nice having people who care to see the videos. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the comments. Until next time, take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice. I'll talk to you later.